Hey everybody, it's been a hot second since I've been here. Things have been really intense. So, little trigger warning, I'm going to be talking about my own experience of neglect and the impact it's had on me. I want to start out by just saying I am a family pattern breaker. I am here to stop some of the dysfunction from rolling down through the generations as it has. And truly, some of these patterns are ending here. And so I am in the process of helping my mother move into an independent living facility. And she has lived in her house for 60 years. And there is a long term habit of hoarding. Now, I understand with hoarding comes some really deep trauma. I understand that. And I grew up in this chaos. And so for a very long time, that was very normalized for me. And through my own healing journey, I have really assessed and looked at and healed through some, not all, of my own childhood trauma. And so, what I think is very interesting about this journey is I am face to face with my mother's dysfunction, her illness, her hoarding, and my own unresolved feelings about who and how she was as a mother. I understand on a very deep level, I chose this. And that's a hard place to get to for most people. I chose an extremely neglectful environment to grow up in. I chose an extremely terrifying environment to grow up in. And again, I appreciate the lessons that I've learned through these experiences. I appreciate who my father was as an alcoholic, who my mother is as a hoarder and potential narcissist. I'm certainly not able to diagnose someone. That's outside of my scope of practice. And this weekend, I had this amazing opportunity to write a poem. Now, I'm an okay writer. I'm okay, but poetry, me. But I was led through this process, and I have it here in front of me. So it's called a pantoum, Pantoum. It's a recipe for writing out a poem. And so I'm going to read to you the poem. And part of the reason is because I have this deep, dark secret of a family's dysfunction that I've hidden. And the impact it's had on me has been significant. I just saw my eye twitch. The impact of growing up in my family was I have deep abandonment issues. I definitely see myself having healed through some of, maybe not all, of my insecure attachment style. And then on top of that, my own neurodiversity of having autism, OCD, which, I can absolutely see OCD coming out of this environment for sure. So I want to share this poem. This is written by that part of me that has been impacted by my mother's hoarding and sitting on the precipice of about to move her out of it and to deal with cleaning out the house. Okay. I was never as important to her as her yarn. She buries herself in the colors and textures never to be seen again. I am alone, left with the mess of her addiction and neglect. The terror and depth of wounding feels endless. She buries herself in the colors and textures never to be seen again, continuing to shirk off any responsibility for herself and the animals around her. The terror and depth of wounding feels endless. What within this chaos is mine to do? Continuing to shirk off any responsibility for herself and the animals around her, my soul cries for the animals in their suffering as she denies any care and leaves every need void and unanswered. What within this chaos is mine to do? My vow from years ago to sit in the darkness with others and know their truth emerges. My soul cries for the animals in their suffering as she denies any care and leaves every need void and unanswered. I am alone, left with the mess of her addiction and neglect. My vow from years ago to sit in the darkness with others and know their truth emerges. I was never as important to her as her yarn. I understand that I chose these experiences. It has been my greatest teacher, and the depth of pain in which it still elicits is profound. And so I share this with you today, beloved, to maybe give you an example of what it might look like to hold the balance, of the pain that is true, the experiences that are real, and a more depthful understanding of the whys, the why it happened, the why am I choosing this, why would I experience this? Because ultimately, we are here to reveal our true nature through experience, through neglect, through abandonment, through the ups, through the downs, through the joys, through the defeats. We're here to know that we're powerful. And what I choose is to end the cycle, of neglect, to end this cycle of addiction, to end the cycle of abandoning myself and others. And as hard as it is to show up every day and face the hoard and face the neglect and face the pain within myself that remains, I choose to show up because this is who I want to be and how I want to be. I love you. Please be kind to yourself and the people around you. Truly, we're all doing our very best. Have a beautiful day.